Okay, a very good morning, children. Children, in the previous class we completed trigonometric identity, and in that connection I discussed all the trigonometric identities given in your book as per the CBSE syllabus. Okay, and I also told you the methods of proving trigonometric identity. So, what are the three methods I have told you that day? You can break the LHS, you get the RHS, then if you broke the LHS and got the RHS, then your trigonometric identity is proved. Or you can break the RHS and get the LHS to prove a trigonometric identity, or you can break both LHS and RHS separately to get the same value. If the same value is obtained, then we say that the trigonometric identity is proved. Okay, let us see how. Let us apply those things to some problems. Let us prove these identities. Look at the first identity which we need to prove. 1 plus sin theta by cos theta plus cos theta by 1 plus sin theta will be equal to 2 sec theta. See children, this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side. How will we prove that this left hand side is equal to the right hand side? Okay. Now, as I told you earlier, you can break LHS, you get the RHS, or you break RHS, get the LHS. It is up to you. You will decide whether you will break the LHS and get the RHS, or break the RHS and get the LHS. But in almost all problems, in most of the problems, generally the LHS is broken or splitted and the RHS is obtained. Okay. So today let us prove this one. Let us prove the first one. See, first you write the LHS. What is written in the question? It is written 1 plus sin theta divided by cos theta plus cos theta divided by 1 plus sin theta. Okay. So this is our left hand side, and we want to show that it is equal to the right hand side, that is 2 sec theta. So how will we prove? You see. Now whatever trigonometric identities we have learned earlier, like sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1, they all will come into use while we prove trigonometric identity. Okay, in this particular identity, how to prove? Let us see. Since this one and this one are added, so first we have to take the LCM. Now you take the LCM. See, the LCM of cos theta and 1 plus sin theta will be cos theta into 1 plus sin theta. Okay. Now after taking LCM, you know how to add. First, what you will do? You divide the LCM by the denominator, so that cos theta and cos theta will be cancelled. Now if cos theta cancelled, what remains? This one will be left 1 plus sin theta. Now this 1 plus sin theta will be multiplied by 1 plus sin theta, so that it will become 1 plus sin theta whole square. Now come to the next. Now again divide the LCM by this denominator. So 1 plus sin theta, 1 plus sin theta will be cancelled. So what will be left? Cos theta will be left, and cos theta will be multiplied by cos theta to give you what? It will give you cos square theta. Okay. Now see what is the next step. Now first we took the LCM, then we added. So what will be our next step? The next step, look at, it is in the form of what? An identity, a plus b whole square, algebraic identity. A plus b whole square. So apply the formula of a plus b whole square. You know what is a plus b whole square? It is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So using that formula, it will be 1 plus 2 sin theta plus sin square theta. Okay. Now this is the expansion of this 1 plus sin theta whole square using algebraic identity a plus b whole square. Okay. Then plus cos square theta, it will remain as it is. Okay. Next, divided by the denominator, that is cos theta into 1 plus sin theta. Keep it constant. Okay. Now see, this sin square theta plus cos square theta, look at the sum of these two terms. This is an identity which is equal to 1. So in place of this we can put 1. So it is 1 plus 1 plus 2 sin theta. You see, 1 plus 1 plus 2 sin theta divided by cos theta into 1 plus sin theta. Okay. Now you see, this is 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 sin theta whole divided by your cos theta into 1 plus sin theta. See, in this way the simplification process will go on. In this way the simplification process will go on till we get the RHS, that is 2 sec theta. So what will be our next step? Just imagine here it is 2 plus 2 sin theta. So we can take common 2. We can take common 2 here. So taking 2 common, what we will get? Here we will get 1 and here we will get sin theta. See how interesting it is. Then the denominator is again cos theta into 1 plus sin theta. You see. Now look at in the numerator 1 plus sin theta. This binomial is multiplied by 2 and in the denominator also the same binomial is multiplied by cos theta. So we can cancel this. We can cancel 1 plus sin theta and 1 plus sin theta. So what remains then after the cancellation? What is left? It is 2 by what? 2 by cos theta. And this 2 by cos theta we can write how? We can write cos theta. 2 by cos theta means 2 into 1 by cos theta. You see it. 2 by cos theta can be written as 2 into 1 by cos theta. Okay. Now look at 1 by cos theta. 1 by cos, what is the formula for 1 by cos theta? 1 by cos theta will be sec theta because cos theta and sec theta are reciprocal of one another. So in place of 1 by cos theta, we will write what? We will write 2 sec theta. And see, is it your RHS or not? Is it your RHS or not? Yes, clearly it is the RHS. So what did you see, children? By breaking the left hand side, following arguments using different formulae, different procedure, ultimately we arrived at the conclusion that is the LHS is equal to 2 sec theta, which is equal to RHS. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. See. So in this particular problem, what I did, I broke the left hand side and I got the right hand side. But if you wish, you can also take the right hand side and get the left hand side. So that the proof will be proof of the trigonometric identity will be completed. So this is one of the problems which I solved. Let us solve this second one. Okay. Let us solve another identity. Suppose, see the question number 2. What is it written? What is written in question number 2? See, 1 plus sec theta by sec theta. This is LHS I am writing here. 1 plus sec theta by sec theta again. You see. 1 plus sec theta by sec theta will be equal to sin square theta by 1 minus cos square theta. This is our RHS. How to get the RHS? Breaking the LHS. Let us see. Now see, if you apply simple logic, 1 plus sec theta by sec theta, we can write it 1 by sec theta plus sec theta by sec theta. You see, sec theta by sec theta. 1 by sec theta plus sec theta by sec theta will be equal to 1 plus sec theta by sec theta. Now sec theta by sec theta is cancelled, it is 1. Okay. So what did you get? You got 1 by sec theta plus 1. Okay. Now 1 by sec theta. 1 by sec theta is equal to how much? It is the reciprocal of cos theta. So 1 by sec theta will be definitely cos theta plus 1. Cos theta plus 1. Now cos theta plus 1 means what is the denominator? The denominator is 1. Cos theta plus 1 is 1. Okay, but what is our aim? You see, our aim is to get the right hand side. Look at the right hand side. In right hand side it is given sin square theta by 1 minus cos theta. That means in the denominator we have to bring 1 minus cos theta. So how can we bring 1 minus cos theta? Very simple. If you wish, if you multiply, look at, if you multiply 1 minus cos theta by 1, the denominator will become 1 minus cos theta. Now the point is, if we multiply 1 minus cos theta by 1 to get this denominator of the RHS, then the same 1 minus cos theta is to be multiplied in the numerator also. That means we have to multiply 1 minus cos theta to the denominator and to the numerator. And if you ask me, why sir, why to multiply 1 minus cos theta to the denominator and numerator, the answer is very simple, because in the right hand side I have to obtain 1 minus cos theta. So as I want to get 1 minus cos theta, I have to definitely multiply 1 minus cos theta here. Okay, so let us multiply. So 1 into 1 minus cos theta, and look at here, it is cos theta plus 1. Cos theta plus 1 means it is 1 plus cos theta, same thing. Because a plus b equal to b plus a. A plus b can be written as b plus a. So cos theta plus 1 can be written as 1 minus cos theta. And again you multiply 1 minus cos theta. So what step we have followed here? That means to the numerator and the denominator of this, we have multiplied 1 minus cos theta, as we want to get 1 minus cos theta in the denominator of the right hand side. Okay. So now what is the result you see? It is 1 minus cos theta multiplied by 1 is 1 minus cos theta. Now look at the numerator. It is 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. That means, so take it a, take it b. A plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. Go back to algebraic identity. A plus b, a minus b is how much? If you multiply, it will be a square minus b square. Okay. So this will be 1 minus cos square theta. 1 square is 1, cos theta square is cos square theta. Now see, 1 minus cos square theta. And what is the formula of 1 minus cos square theta? Recall, while discussing sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, I had told you the sub identity. 1 minus cos square theta will be equal to how much? It will be equal to sin square theta. See, so this is sin square theta divided by 1 minus cos theta. And look at, is it your RHS? What I have got here is it the RHS in the given question? The answer is clearly yes. So LHS equal to RHS. Okay. So in this particular question also I broke left hand side and I got right hand side. So in this way you can prove trigonometric identity. Okay. I hope you understood, children. Okay. Now let us consider the third identity. I have given another question also. See, in the third question, what is given? It is given the left hand side is LHS. It is 1 by 1 plus sin A plus 1 by 1 minus sin A. Okay? And what we have to get? We have to get 2 sec square A in the right hand side. How to get? Let us see. Since these two terms are added, first you add them by taking their LCM of the denominator. And the LCM of denominator is 1 plus sin A into 1 minus sin A. Okay? Then what is the next step? Divide the LCM by the denominator so that this term and this term will be cancelled and this will be left 1 minus sin A. So 1 minus sin A must be multiplied by 1 and the product of 1 minus sin A into 1 is 1 minus sin A. Now divide the, you know addition subtraction. Now divide the LCM by the denominator. This term and this term will be cancelled and what will be left? 1 plus sin A. So multiply 1 plus sin A again by 1. Okay. So it will be 1 plus sin A. Now see, children. Minus sin A plus sin A. It is cancelled. It is 0. So what is left in the numerator? 1 plus 1. It is 2. And what about the denominator? See. Now the denominator is of the form. Which form? It is in which form? It is in the form A plus B into A minus B. Take 1 as A, sin A as B. So it is A plus B into A minus B. And what is the formula? The formula is A square minus B square. So A square minus B square means 1 square minus sin A whole square. Okay. So this is 2 by 1 minus sin square A. Now what is the formula for 1 minus sin square A? The formula for 1 minus sin square is what? It is cos square. It was taught earlier in the previous class. So this will be, in place of 1 minus sin square A, I have to write cos square A. Okay. Now, this is 2 by cos square A. So 2 by cos square A can be written as 2 into how much? 1 by cos square A. 2 into 1 by cos square A is 2 by cos square A. And look at this. 1 by cos square A. 1 by cos square A will be definitely equal to how much? Sec square A. Why? Because 1 by cos A is sec A. Since 1 by cos A is sec A, so 1 by cos square A must be equal to sec square A. So this is equal to 2 sec square A. And see the RHS. In the RHS also it is given 2 sec square A. So I got the RHS. So what I mean to say, children, in all these problems which I discussed, in all these problems we found that we are breaking the left hand side to get the right hand side. On the contrary, you can break the RHS and get the LHS also, or you can break both LHS and RHS. But the best and the easiest method, I mean in almost all problems, most of the problems, generally the left hand side is broken and the right hand side is obtained, okay, to prove a trigonometric identity completely. So with this we completed trigonometric ratio and trigonometric identity in detail. In the next class we will discuss the application of trigonometry. Okay, thank you.